Hi, my friends. Happy Friday. We're going to talk to Axel like we usually do. We've been talking about how your intuition works for you. So I really don't want to put a lot of structure in the reading. I just want to kind of ask him one question to see what he has to say. And that is, what do we need to understand about the way we receive intuitive information, right? And um, and we're going to see what he says. But I want to ask you one question. As you're listening to Axel's message, just pay attention to the message. Listen to yourself. Pay attention to your body. Okay. See what happens in your body where you're listening. Where if something moves, if there's a shift, if there's a highlight, something that particularly gets your attention, and what happens in your body when that happens. Is it in your heart? Is it in your head? Is it in your third eye? See if we get something. I think that'll be a very interesting exercise to for us to follow, and for you to discover part of this, right? How does your intuition speaks to you? Because that's certainly part of it, right? All right, so I'm gonna do some GCP. All right, and then I'm gonna start. All right. Hi, Axel. How are you? So the question right now is, what do we need to know about how, or what do we need to understand about the way we receive intuitive information? He started talking right away. He's saying, it's not about just how, it's about really paying attention. And what you ask them is a very important distinction. How does it feel in the body? Because depending on the topic, depending on the importance of the information received is for everybody. They're gonna feel it in different places in their body. So paying attention is important, because many times you will discover a pattern. So not everything love related is going to be felt in the heart. It could be felt in the third eye, for example, as clarity received. That's so interesting. um, some information about the person you love, or the relationship, the romantic relationship that you're pursuing, may give you some clarity, and you feel that in your third eye. Yeah, you see it too, right? You're gonna feel that and see that in your third eye. So it's not necessarily all about your heart, and it can be in other places in the body. Like, a lot of people are gonna feel a lot of things in their stomach, good or bad, but mainly uh e- things that could be toxic to your what are you saying, feeling environment, all of it. Okay. um you can feel that almost as a stomach pain, ache. Okay. So it's gonna be important, and it can be in any part of the body, not only the chakras, not only what we consider, you know, chakras, points. Remember, they have more chakras. Those are the seven or the nine, because I use nine. Yes. Uh-huh. Those are the big receivers, the big players. But there's a lot of little players that are just as important all across your body. Yeah. But we don't need to get into that. You don't need to even be aware of that. That what's important is that you can receive something in your shoulder, for example. That was not funny, mister. He's saying I'm not trying to be funny. I'm saying that there are always lessons to learn, and things can be felt like you physically felt that because you had a fall. But when you receive information, you can receive it in your shoulder, and or you can receive it on a knee, or you can receive it in the palm of your hand. Um, a lot of people will feel it like in their back, in their higher back or lower back. So you mean like the neck? Okay. Um, Information can be received in any part of the body. And it's not about love is here or health is there. Is the importance of the question, regardless of the topic of the question. Okay. And 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 what is the lesson of that information? What means to you? Because some information, it could be fun or it could be just neutral, like okay to have, but it doesn't carry the impact of other kinds of information. Okay. And that's it. Oh, okay. He's saying, that's it. And then he touches his nose because, I told you the story that one of my teachers says that her her guys touch their nose when they're done. So he's touching his nose like, yep, I'm done. All right, mister. Very good, very good. All right. Okay. So you let me a little woozy. Okay, he's saying that's part of him and that's part of the medication that I'm taking for my shoulder. Okay. Thank you, sir. All right. Well, that was very interesting because I never thought of that. And I would have also thought that, depending on the theme, we would feel it in different parts of the body. But he's not talking about the theme, he's talking about the importance, regardless of the theme. So it could be love related. It's not going to necessarily be in the heart, felt in the heart. It's going to depend what that information means to you, where you're going to feel it. Very, very interesting. All right. Well, happy Friday. Thank you for being here. Uh, that was so interesting. That was so interesting. All right. Well, thank you so much for being here. And let me know in the comments if you felt that anywhere in your body. Because with what he said, I'd be very interested to know where in your body, and if you can say why you think you felt it in that part of the body, that'll be interesting too. Okay. Uh, so I'll see you next week for more. I'm not sure what's going to be next week, but something good. I promise you it's going to be something good. And thank you so much for being here. And I see you uh, next week. Have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your weekend. Bye bye.